It's a big one for Bangladesh.
And it's just the length and the pace at which Luke Zongwei bowls. It sits up nicely in front of the eye line. Again, leg stump line. A lot of hard work to do. The men on the onside have been busy in this over. Another couple added.
Bye.
It takes the number of runs in the over to 16. 251 for Bangladesh. For the
আপনজনের সাথে কানেক্টেড থাকুন দেশ জুড়ে 4G নেটওয়ার্কে।
ফার্জার পেন্টস দিয়ে রং করেন আপনার ঘর আর মাঠে বসে দেখুন কাতার বিশ্বকাপ। টু পার্টিসিপেট কল আওয়ার 24/7 ফ্রি হটলাইন নাম্বার।
দেশি পাকা টমেটো আর সিক্রেট রেসিপির কম্বিনেশনে তৈরি প্রাণ মিনি সস সসের বস।
যেমন ঝরঝরে তেমনই সুগন্ধ আর স্বাদ।
বাহ,
তাই আমাদের সবারই আস্থা চাষি সুগন্ধি চিনি গুঁড়া চাল।
মিল্ক এগের সাথে সফট ইয়ামি অল টাইম ফ্যামিলি কেক।
Tamim's the only wicket to fall. After that, Lindas looking good on 81, was retired hurt, pulled a muscle, he's gone for an examination. Ryan Burl isn't back yet. He pulled a muscle as well while bowling. We're just waiting on the two players from either side. Let's see what news we get at the end of the first innings. Over the keeper, pace, go hard at it and you'll clear Chakabwa. Yeah, I don't know if that smart to bowl that line, that length rather.
Again, a poor start to the over. Banged in. But almost figure had to do is get a top edge to that. And it's another boundary to begin the over with. As you see again, the balls per 50, the split. This one has been quick, the last one. Just 36 deliveries. So
Shot. It's got pace on it. Won't cut it off. 4 more. Really, Ingarava is not learning from the lengths that are required at this stage of the game. We're in the last 4 or 5 or 6 overs of the innings. And they'll be throwing their bat at everything. You provide them width, it's making it easier.
not sure what the line of thinking is here. If that is a plan, then it's a poor one, because you can't be bowling back of a length at this time of the innings. You're either nailing us. He hasn't done that. 8 runs have already come off the first 2 deliveries in this over. You would have think he would have learned from Victor Nyachu, who bowled a couple of Yorkers into the block hole. Not good.
Shikaba gets a glove onto it, just a single. Still trying to understand with the feel that Angarava has. What is he trying to extract here? Now his usual deep square leg and a very wide fine leg is his regulation. He always has that because he fancies the shorter length. But then he's bowling something outside the off stump again, half tracker. He's got no protection after backward point. Third man's pretty straight. He's got a deep point in place. Even there's a big gap on the onside we just saw. So just after that short mid-wicket, there is a lot of real estate. And no one is guarding that. From square leg to long on. Nobody in between. And you offer that straight to the field. He's dropped it. That's Wesley there. He was trying to use the pace of the ball correctly. Probably full swing of the bat would have cleared the boundary, but this was sitting nice and pretty into the lap of Wesley Madivere. He's missed it all over.
He's one of the better fielders for Zimbabwe, Wesley Madivere. You would fancy him to take this any other day. He didn't need to move, but he was cool as you like. Too relaxed he was there in that approach, Wesley Madevere. And disappointment on the big man, Richard Ngarava. And why not? This is poor cricket from Zimbabwe.
You just get that feeling, Stanley, when you are into this level of cricket and you've already beaten the opposition in the T20 series. This is basics. And these catches can lose you games. When you actually qualified for the World Cup qualifiers, the main ones in Australia, you've got to really bring your top game every time you take that field. And now there's no space whatsoever for complacency. You see, this has its effects on the bowler as well. Wide.
Instead of closing up and shutting up the over, Richard Ngarava will have to bowl that delivery again. And true to form, Sikandar, you cannot afford to allow complacency to creep in. Yes, they won the T20 series nicely, 2-1. But this is a brand new day. It brings about a brand new challenge.
No. So he started off with 2 boundaries and then he bowled good 3 deliveries. 2 singles and a dot ball. And then after that, it's just been 2 wides. So important. Every delivery is important in an over, but you always say start your over well and finish it well. Leave an impact. So he's had a rough start. 2 boundaries, the first 2 balls. He's trying to finish it well. Got to now erase that drop catch from the back of your mind. Especially with the fast bowlers going to the top of the mark, putting in every effort on a pitch. It's good for batting. Slower one. Should be a single. 13 of the over. It's 264 for 1.
হাউসওয়াইফ নয়, বল হোম মেকার। এতটুকু একটা কথা নিয়ে এতটুকুতেই শুরু হয়, শুরুতেই শেষ করতে হয়। নে মুখটা মোচ।
বসুন্ধরা টিস্যু, অশুদ্ধতার বিরুদ্ধে এক বিন্দুও ছাড় নয়।
মজাদার ম্যাজিক মশলা ফ্লেভারে মিস্টার নুডলস, স্বাদ নাও ভালোবাসার।
এখন বিল বিকাশ করুন কোনো চার্জ ছাড়াই, প্রতি মাসে 5টি বিদ্যুৎ বিল। আর অন্য সব বিল যত খুশি তত। সবসময় সব প্রয়োজনে বিকাশ।
বাছাই করা আলুর সাথে স্পাইসি সিজনিং এর টুইস্টে এলো প্রাণ পতাটা।
এটা চিপস নাকি বিস্কিট? খেয়ে বুঝে নাও।
Nine deliveries. It's unfortunate for him. He had to be stretched off the field. It's all up to Animal Bijoy and Mushfiq Rahim to try and provide more impetus into this innings for Bangladesh. On a day that's been full of boundaries galore, especially in the last 5 overs, there's also been plenty of injuries. Already we see the Bangladesh physiotherapist giving Bijoy a rub.
Bit of a mini discussion going on as to who will be selected for the last 5. Just repeating the stat we had earlier, average score the last 5 overs in ODIs at Harare is 40 runs. Maximum has been 77 for 1, which was in the game back in 2009-10, Zimbabwe and Kenya. Ngarava's got 2, Zhongwe's got 2, and Nayuchi has 2 as well. So favored would be, I suppose, Nayuchi. He'll bowl his 2. Ngarava will also finish his quota. So that leaves us with 1 over. You think Luke Zhongwe will get that opportunity?
Certainly would look to use Luke Zhongwe a lot more. He's one of the experienced campaigners in this team with regards to bowling. As we look at those projected scores, at 10s are from here. A targeted score of 314, and that's what Bangladesh will be looking at. Still plenty of overs to go. 5 more to go in this innings. And plenty more batting. And the 2 set batters, Animal Haq Bijoy, Mushfiq Rahim. They've been in this position so many a time. They'll look to capitalize as much as possible.
.30 deliveries, Stanley. You think they can fancy 300 here?
And why not? Skanda, especially with the way Zimbabwe have bowled so far, Bangladesh will find it easy to score that 300. Need a change in mindset, change in plans here from Zimbabwe, especially now with Victor Nyauchi with ball in hand. He's got to go for the block goal.
They didn't have anybody inside the circle on the onside. Now one man is being brought in, but the rest of them been pushed back. So there's a lot of changes that are going on. Now long on is very straight. Then there's deep square leg. And you've got Ingarava's pushed back to very wide deep fine leg. So very stretched out onside field there. And on offside you can see men in the circle. Of course regulation 4 are supposed to be in the 30-yard circle. There's a wide-ish long off. There's a sweeper cover. Third man's inside the circle as well. Here we go. Victor Nyauchi. That's a good ball. That's the length you need to look at. Easy said than done. Tough to get that length perfect. If you end up messing it by an inch or two, someone can just play you through the line.
Well, they do spend plenty of hours in the nets practicing this sort of setups and situations. It's exam time. He needs to execute. Victor Nyauchi.
That's also good length. They keep it close to the body of the batsman. Doesn't really allow him to free his arms. 2 singles. Concentrating on the remaining 4 deliveries. What do you want to bowl? You're walking to the top of your mark. You know your field. You've been watching the batsman's footwork. What is he trying to do? Experimentation not required. 2 singles. Your job is going well. Yeah, that's more like it. Putting the challenge up.
That's a good delivery from Victor Nyauchi. But importantly, as you walk back to your mark, you want to be thinking about your next set of deliveries. As you see that Yorker right in the back goal. Mushfiq just trying to pierce that long boundary on the leg side. But for Victor, he'll be searching for clarity. As he runs up, he needs to know what he needs to deliver.
Now the field has been pushed back. The one who was at short mid-wicket. Oh, stop it. Oh, that's very well done. Not easy. The ball races through that region. Luke Jongwe there, making sure the bowler's confidence stays in.
Good work. Good fielding. One fast bowler covering for another. They know what it means. But Victor Nyauchi will count his luck there, because just a few more centimeters onto Luke Jongwe's right, that would have been a boundary. There was width on that delivery.
He's got hold of that, but that has no distance. It's just a height. Fielder under it, and he's got the catch. Rewarded for good 4 deliveries, Victor Nyauchi.
This is good bowling from Victor, and this is what we've been asking for from the Zimbabwean bowlers. Victor Nyauchi has responded very well in this over. Attempted boundary shot. It's gone sky high. It's gone more aerial than it has found distance. But in that effort, Bijoy only finds Tarisai Musakanda. A good catch in the end.
Yeah, so important. 2 singles and a dot ball creates that pressure, forces the batsman out of his comfort zone. 73, great knock from Anamul Bijoy. 267 for 2.
সারা দেশের মায়েদের আস্থার বসুন্ধরা ডায়া প্যান্ট এখন নতুন মোড়কে আরো আধুনিক।
Mohammedullah Riyad, the new batsman in after the dismissal of Inamul Bijoy, 73 of 62. Another experienced campaigner, 210 games. Been together, him and Mushfiq almost reached 500 games between them. He's got more than 4,500 runs in ODIs.
See that dismissal once again. Inamul Bijoy trying to go big and straight, but not enough distance. And a good catch. Ah, that's a good start for Mushfiqur, and a bad delivery from Victor Nyauchi. He knows this. He bowled one delivery earlier, similar, and thanks to good fielding from Jongwe, he stopped it.
Yeah, he's bowled short outside the off stump. Everyone inside the circle on the offside. 271 for 2. To 71 for 2, 4 overs to go. It was a good over, but couldn't finish off well. Gave a boundary in that. It's just the feel that he had. We'll discuss that after this, if nothing happens. Ingurava. Nicely driven past Sikandar Raza at short cover. It will take a lot of running to cut that, but it won't happen. So again, fuller length, Ingurava under pressure once again at the start of a brand new over.
We talk about bowling in tandem. As you see that delivery, booming cover drive from Mahmudullah. Once again, not finishing off that over well, Victor Nyauchi. Only had the short third man to beat.
Pulls that one, he gets into good position, just walks across the off stump and places that at will. That's the shot he's created. The line didn't allow him or expect him to play that shot on the onside in that region, but he's shuffled across, and that is the magic of Mahmudullah.
This is good cricket from Mahmudullah. There's no dip mid-wicket in place. So it was all about timing and plenty of runs to be had in that area. I'm not sure I'm agreeing with the plan that Ingurava is going on here. Once again, 2 boundaries in 2 consecutive deliveries, similar to his previous over.
It's just the predictability of the bowler. I mean, someone like Mahmudullah who's got more than 200 one-day internationals just knows the liking Ingurava has for the shorter length. So he just moves deeper into the crease and smacks that on the onside. He's running the first one hard. That's a good one. Just waiting on a slight fumble. 280 on the board. Again, this over starting with 2 boundaries. Now he's got to really pull his socks up in Garava and bowl the remaining 3. As good as the 3rd delivery, which got them a single. Now's the time you're not looking for wickets as a fielding unit. You're trying to contain runs. That's a better ball. That's more like it. Keep it in the stumps. Make the batsman think if he misses, that's strike.
That's where he needs to be. He's coming from an end that presents the shorter boundary. So he can't be bowling that back of a length. Richard Ngarava.
That's well bowled. Probably Mushfiq was hoping this would be a shorter one, and then he realized, no, it wasn't that far away from the stumps either. It was very full. You just tend to get in 2 minds. That's the feeling that we get from up here. He was up and ready. He's had a high back lift. Just didn't offer a shot. Again, Ngarava making a change. He's bringing in deep square leg inside the circle. He's pushing long off back to the bottom left of your screen. And then you look up. That's the fielder coming close to the square leg umpire. That's a good 3 deliveries from Ngarava. End of the over. It's 281 for 2.
ওনাদের আর দোষ কি বলুন? আরএফএল পপুলার ডোরের নজর কাড়া ডিজাইন দেখে সবার চোখে তো ঘোর লাগবেই। পপুলার ডোর, চোখে লাগে ঘোর।
বসুন্ধরা এলপি গ্যাস বাজারের অন্যান্য সাধারণ এলপি গ্যাসের তুলনায় দেয় অধিক দাম, চলে বেশি দিন। বসুন্ধরা এলপি গ্যাস, ভরসা রাখুন, স্বাচ্ছন্দ্যে থাকুন।
বাছাই করা আলুর সাথে স্পাইসি সিজনিং এর টুইস্টে এলো প্রাণ পতাটা।
এটা চিপস নাকি বিস্কিট? খেয়ে বুঝে নাও।
স্বপ্নগুলো ছড়িয়ে দিতে হয়, একদিন ওরাও লিখবে ওদের গল্প উড়ে যাওয়ার। বসুন্ধরা খাতা, লেখো তোমার ভবিষ্যৎ।
To another 50, he's 8 short. And he's done well to cover up at 42 of 40 deliveries. Zhongwei back in the attack from the Isfahanian. 8 overs, none for 41. He's been good. 5.13 is economy. And he's here to bowl an important over. Yeah, sudden change in pace now from Nayuchi to Zhongwei.
Starts off with a dot. And Mushfiq will feel he's missed out there. Looking to go through the covers. There's only one man on the offside sweeping boundary. Plenty of vacant spaces.
Well bowled. Well bowled once again. Not easy to get the ball in that area time and again.
We need to see plenty more deliveries of that nature from Luke Jungwe. He has the ability, he can do it. He's done it for Zimbabwe plenty of time in the shorter format, the T20. He's required here now for Zimbabwe in this one-day series.
Once again, another dot. Important over this. Over number 48. 3 deliveries, 1 run.
Mamadula just trying to turn that one to the leg side. There's a big space that's vacant in that mid-wicket region. Bit of entertainment on the grass bank. And why not?
Oops. We'll have to bowl that again. That's a wide signal by the umpire. Langton at the far end. So what will now Muhammadullah Riyad think? He knows that they've got just 1 run of the bat in the over, a wide. So is he going to now play with the bowler's mind, try to shuffle across somewhere in the box to create a length for his shot? No, he just stands there, and as he got it, no, he's dropped it. I'm not sure if it's dropped short or or has it come or popped out of his hands? But you see, he comes out of his comfort zone to smack one.
Thick outside edge, change in pace of Maluk Jongwe. He's holding it deep into the hand. Thick outside edge from Madula, who's looking to swing and swing hard. But unfortunately for Todian Marmani, it's just died on him. This was a good effort, but unfortunately it didn't carry well enough for him to collect that catch.
It is a brilliant over. Just 3 off it up till now. 2 balls to go. Again, following the batsman. Single to long on. These are valuable deliveries from Zimbabwe's point of view.
You need to be bowling in tandem. You need both ends to be working on a similar plan. Can't have a situation where one end is opening up and one end is trying to tie down the runs. It can't work.
Full toss, but he's got protection there. That's a good over. He's probably earned himself the right to bowl the last one as well. It's 286 for 2.
মজাদার ম্যাজিক মশলা ফ্লেভারে মিস্টার নুডলস স্বাদ নাও ভালোবাসার।
এখন বিল বিকাশ করুন কোনো চার্জ ছাড়াই প্রতি মাসে 5টি বিদ্যুৎ বিল আর অন্য সব বিল যত খুশি তত সব সময় সব প্রয়োজনে বিকাশ।
বাছাই করা আলুর সাথে স্পাইসি সিজনিং এর টুইস্ট এলো প্রাণ পতাটা। এটা চিপস নাকি বিস্কিট খেয়ে বুঝে নাও।
বার্জার পেন্টস দিয়ে রং করেন আপনার ঘর আর মাঠে বসে দেখুন কাতার বিশ্বকাপ। টু পার্টিসিপেট কল আওয়ার 24/7 ফ্রি হটলাইন নাম্বার।
অল টাইম ক্রিম রোল, ক্রাঞ্চি রোলের ভিতর চকলেট ক্রিমের ফিলিংয়ে অল টাইম ক্রিম রোল, মুখে দিতেই স্পেশাল ইনসাইড।
And lets Jongwe finish his quota from the far end. None for 54. It's a good ball there. And no run, straight to square leg.
Good start from Richard Ngarava. Perhaps he's learnt a thing or two from the over of Luke Jongwe. He's got to back up the effort that was done by Luke Jongwe. He's got to look to ball more in that block hole area. Prior to this, he was looking to use that heavy back off a length. Not the way to go. Time to shut shop and bowl the Yorkers.
That's a good ball again. He's probably been told by Chakaba. He wouldn't mind if he goes for runs as long as he's keeping the ball full wide outside the off stump. You see that this time around, going to the onside field. In the previous over, he had a deep fine leg, deep square leg. He's pulled them in. So he's not looking to bowl any short deliveries. If he does, he's going to pay for it. But there are 2 men in the deep on the onside and front of the square. So fuller length is what he's got to offer in the remaining 4 deliveries. Yeah, slower one. Yeah, I know Chabi has a careful look and he says, that's a legitimate delivery. That's 3 gone in the over.
Much better from Richard Ngarava. He's got a big boundary to play with on the off side. Mushfiqur just shimming. But that line is an indicator and it belongs to the umpire. The umpire says it's a legal delivery, Mushfiqur. He's not happy, but the decision of the umpire is final.
That's well done again. He's probably got a bit of finger onto it. Just a single. See the magic of length. That works for you. Even the well-set Mushfiqur Rahim, who's not out 45 or 45, is finding it tough to put it away. 4 deliveries, 2 runs in this over. Well bowled again. Might be a boundary, but the idea is right. You keep the ball there in that zone, you will be hit for a boundary or 2, but overall you feel you've not gifted it.
Just missed his length there slightly. And the experience of Mamadullah cashing in. This is a brilliant straight drive. from Mamadullah. The bat closing as that ball made contact, but the end result is in Bangladesh's favor. Another boundary.
He's got to wrap it up well, Ingarava. Last ball. He's got to make sure he does what he has done in the first 4 deliveries. In fact, all 5. Yeah, brilliant ball to end the over. That's one of the best overs in the quarter of 10 from Ingarava today. That finishes off with 7 in the over. 293 for 2 after 49.
এখন ফান হবে বেশি আরো খোলা আছি মঙ্গলবারও প্লিজ কাম এন্ড জয়েন টগি ফান ওয়ার্ল্ড at বসুন্ধরা সিটি and feel the thrill
মজাদার ম্যাজিক মশলা ফ্লেভারে মিস্টার নুডলস স্বাদ নাও
Was retired hurt. Zhongwei with the last over. Full toss, and he's lucky that's gone straight to final legs hands. Otherwise, there was no way Ingarava would have cut him off.
That's good fielding from Richard Ingarava. Tell you what, that delivery coming off the bat, just a little flick. It was destined for the boundary, but fortunately for Zimbabwe, it was too good a shot to go straight to a fielder. Change in full set here. The fine leg now has been pushed back. Richard Ingarava back to the boundary.
This time straight to cover. Dot ball in the last over of the innings. This is good work from the last 2 overs or so from the Zimbabwean bowlers. They've kept things tight.
4 more deliveries to come from Luke Jongwe. Question is, can he hold his nerve and look to shut it up?
Top edge over the keeper, and that'll be 1 bounce into the fence. 4.
Unfortunately for Luke Jongwe, in his attempt to try and change pace so that Mushfiqur does not line him up, it's a slower delivery, but Mushfiqur throws everything at it. At the top edge, goes over the keeper. Never fielders there. So one thing is certain, another boundary. He moves on, Mushfiqur, to 49 after just 47 deliveries.
Single, and that'll be 50 for Mushfiqur Rahim. Might come back for the second, and he does. So Mushfiqur Rahim gets his 42nd 50, 11th time against Zimbabwe, and 4th here at Harare. A man of so much experience, and he gets the side to 300 runs as well.
This is brilliant from Mushfiqur Rahim. He came in at a time when a solid platform had been set. He hasn't slowed down. He's looked to push on and make sure that Bangladesh get another good set of runs here.
Full toss. Again, straight to wideish long off. A single there. So 1.421. That's how the over's been. 301 for 2 Bangladesh. This over has been good as well. Last 3 overs of this innings, minus the last delivery which is yet to be bowled, has been very good from the paces. 2 from Zhongwei, 1 from Ingarava. Drives. He'll run as many as possible. Coming back for the second. And that's all they'll get. So 303 for 2 after 50 overs. Bangladesh after being asked to bat first. And Zimbabwe realizing that if wickets are not coming, let's tighten things up and not give many runs away. So They've really worked hard in the last 3 or 4 overs to not allow Bangladesh to just race away to 320 or so. They've scored at 6 points.